Okay, the last thing we're going to talk about is how do I upload notes to the website, to any website. First of all, I have a website, and it's through what's called Weebly.com. I just heard of it from a friend, and I tried it. I used to have a Google website, but when they changed over, I kind of lost some things, so I went over to Weebly. There's a lot of different websites out there that will host your site for free. So I made an account on here. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in. If you haven't made an account, it's like they say right here, fast, free, easy, and now. It really took me all of about 10 or 15 minutes to just make the site itself. So when I log in, this is what it looks like for me when I'm getting ready to upload files. I made a tab, as I showed you in the last slide, I made a tab for each of my classes. This is what the website looks like for people that visit it when you go and visit it, or maybe you can go and visit it right now because you have an iPhone or smartphone. When you go onto this website, this is what it looks like right off the bat. I made a tab for each of my classes, and we're orange and black at Waynesville, so I selected orange and black for my background. You can go in and select anything that you want to do. This is what it looks like when I log in, when I'm getting ready to upload my notes onto this website. So I've got it here. I just click in. The thing that takes the most, to be honest with you, is the computer just loading the website. My computer at school is a little bit slower than this one. I'm using the one at home. So it takes a little bit of time only because my computer is a little bit slower at school. So what do? Well, at lunch, for me, I've already taught my 2 pre-calculus classes. So pre-calculus is over for the day. So at lunch, I go in and I clean up my notes. So here I'm going to use the notes that I've been using through all these files here. And maybe I want to move this over here and well, I actually think I want to group these together. Now I'm going to move them and then put that over here and maybe erase a little bit of this stuff. So I clean my notes up sometimes I don't. Just depends on whatever I need. And then I save it. So I'm still saving it as a notebook file. And then I go into File, Export. I want to export this as a PDF. PDF, like I said in the last file, anybody can open as long as you have Adobe. So I go into Export PDF. I don't usually save it as a thumbnail or a handout, although I could. I save them as a full-page document. This way the text is a nice size to see. PDF setup, if I wanted to make it go landscape, I can. I usually don't. I usually leave it as a portrait. If I want to show page numbers, I can select show page numbers. If for some reason maybe I only want to upload the first 2 pages, I can just upload the first 2 pages. Sometimes I do that. If one of my notebook file pages is a quiz, I'll only upload the pages that aren't a quiz. So however you decide to choose that, and then I just click on Save. So now how's it going to save? Well, I save it in wherever I have my other notes. So for me here, I've got presentation. I'm going to save this as the same name as the notebook file. So presentation.toledo. And it takes a couple seconds, and it's done. You notice it still says up here it's a notebook. I've still got the notebook software open. Okay, so I haven't opened the PDF file. So what I'm going to do is minimize that. Here on my website, I'm going to go into my professional development tab, and I'm going to put these notes right in here. So I go over here to multimedia, click on that, I grab file, and I pull it to wherever I want to put it. I'm going to put it right here. I let go, click here to upload the file. So I do that, click on that, upload new file, and then I open the file that I want to upload, which was this one right here, Presentation Toledo. Notice it's got the Adobe icon there. That's the one I want to select. I don't want to upload the notebook file because then my kids can't open it. They don't have the notebook software on their home computer. So now it's here. All I do is publish. Click on that. Please wait while we publish your site. I don't want a different domain name, so I X out of there, and you can see it right here. Now if I go and look at the site, and if I reload this page, if I click over here into professional development, there it is. And I can click on this download file, and it will open this exact file that we made today as I was going through showing you all these different things with the notebook software. to me, this is the most powerful thing. I love the recorder. I think it's cool that the notes are really where it is. I have another YouTube file that I talked about here. If you get a chance to watch that, you can. I'll show you the presentation notes from that just here real quickly. But I have a few students every year that really rely on the notebook software. This is actual student email from this year. She missed 4 days of class, but she kept on top of things. And I push this with my kids. If you're absent, I don't want to hear any excuses. The notes are online. They're online by the end of the school day. You're expected to go on there, pull up the notes, try the homework. You know, I don't expect them to come in, of course, with the same knowledge that the students who were there have. But, you know, sometimes they do, because they can pull up the notes, they have their book at home, or they have their book online, and they can try the homework. And a lot of times, I'll get kids, you know, not a lot of times, pretty much all the time now, when I have kids that are absent, they come in and say, I checked the notes online, and I had a couple of questions. Or, you know, I checked the notes online, and I'm still really kind of confused about this. Can I come in an extra time? Rather than students now, you know, coming in saying, well, I was absent, did I miss anything important? You know how do you? So this is my favorite feature of the notebook software, is being able to save my notes as PDFs and upload them onto my website. I know that it might seem like it takes a lot of time. It really does not take a lot of time at all. It doesn't take any more time than it would take if you have to go in and print out notes for kids who are absent, or, you know, have them copy it down, or run down to the copy machine and make copies of things for students when they're absent. This is much, much easier, and it's much quicker to go through and do it this way. Now, I've shown you a lot of different things with the software today. I really hope you go home and you try some of these things. All of these files are on my YouTube channel. All of them are on my linked on my website also. You can see different things here. If you have any questions, please send me an email. If you look at my website on the home page here, you can just fill this out. In fact, right now, if those of you that have your iPhone and your smartphone, drop me a little email right now. Let me know what you thought of the presentation. This is the first time I've done anything like this. I hate missing school. I don't like writing out the sub-plans, but more importantly, I just don't like not being there. I like being there with my kids, being able to help them. In fact, that's why I'm not in Toledo doing this presentation in person. So I talked to Dr. Height, and he thought it would be a good idea if I put this together. These videos are going to be online for my district also, and I hope to create an environment where people are starting to try these things. And if you have any questions, please let me know, and I appreciate your time today. Make sure you grab a handout with my information. Thank you, and enjoy the conference.